In this video, I'm going to go over Facebook ads that actually make you money. So here's some quick stats about me. My name is Roger. I'm the owner of Founder Marketing here in Houston. I have personally generated hundreds of B2B leads for my own business, and I've helped my clients do the same for their businesses too. For example, I helped my client Connie create their best performing ad for their men's health clinic. And this ad is the best performing ad nationwide, not just in her clinic. I helped my client Ramiz create his best performing ad as well with a $5 cost per lead for real estate investment leads. And I also helped my client Alex generate 11 B2B leads for his accounting firm with just $500 in ad spend. And if you want to see some proof, I've got it all here in this document. So here's the actual ad. I can show that to you right now as well. So this is the ad right here, and I've got that linked here. This is to show you those results for the $5 cost per lead. These are some of my own campaigns. And then this is the ad that got us 11 B2B leads for my client Alex for his accounting firm. So I want to go over kind of like the biggest mistake that I see when it comes to trying to make ads. One thing that I see all the time is that you're trying to sell your main product to strangers. Now, what is the problem with that? If you're using generic messaging like, hey, if you need a roof, nobody is going to care about that. You need to take into account that these are strangers watching your video. That means that you need to be specific with your cold traffic offer. These people are most likely not actively searching for what you're selling. So it needs to be enticing. The next thing I see is that you're wasting the first couple seconds of your ad. These are the most important seconds of your ad because this is where you can call out the exact person that you're trying to reach. And if you mess this up, you're just throwing away ad dollars that Facebook is trying to use to reach the right people, but you're not giving it direction. So it's just kind of wasting it on random people. When you're able to call out the right person within your advertising, then the Facebook data will get trained correctly, so you're not wasting your money. The solution for these problems is that you need to create offers for Facebook ads. Now, what does that even mean? First off, it's the awareness that people don't know who you are. When I talk to a lot of businesses that are used to getting referrals, they're used to people already knowing who they are. They're used to already having some built-in rapport, built-in trust, and people who don't know you and have never heard of your business don't have that built-in trust and rapport. So you kind of have to build that within the first second. For example, if you're not replying to leads coming in from cold traffic within the first 5 to 10 minutes, they'll forget about you. But with a referral lead, you don't have to respond for a couple minutes or a couple hours because you know they'll get back to you. They've already got this rapport with you. That's not the case for people coming in from cold traffic. So you just need to be aware of these things whenever you start that. Next is your ads should be making money from the start. Now, obviously, it does take a couple days or a couple weeks for things to really ramp up, but this is not some strategy where eventually you'll be profitable in some unknown date in the future. This is especially true if you sell something that's $3,000 plus, because you should be able to recuperate your money within that first month, and if not, multiply how much money you've made. The way that you do this is by following a proven process that's worked for hundreds of different types of businesses, whether that's a landing page funnel, so people go from the ad to your landing page and book in a call or a consultation, a webinar, an Instagram DM funnel, or an instant form where you then go ahead and triage call them to see if they're a fit. Now, what does that ad kind of look like? What is a good ad? I'll go over the ad that we created for Game Day Men's Health, which illustrates this perfectly. Essentially, what you want to do is you want to solve one specific problem. Instead of saying, we can do anything from roofing installations, paintings, fencing, you want to say something specific. Something that could be, if you're in X area, we'll fix your roof with 0% down and get you an instant quote in just 5 minutes. This is enticing. This makes someone who doesn't know who you are want to click on this if they're thinking about getting a roof. You also want to show real results from real customers. Whether that's screenshots, testimonials, reviews. The closer you are, the more real it is. So the closer it is to actual video of the testimonial or client, the better it works. What I mean by that is if you have reviews on Google, that's cool. If you have videos with your clients or customers talking about you and your business, that's even better. It's way better. So I'm going to show you how to write ads that actually work. I'm going to kind of go over this structure. and you can kind of steal it, run with it, whatever you like. So you've got to have some sort of title, some sort of visual hook in the beginning that stops the scroll. What you can do for this is this can be your ideal client or the call out for the person. So if you're trying to call out people interested in a certain area because you sell maybe remodeling services, then you can say, hey, area, something like that. You also want to make sure to talk about problems that the people you're trying to target are experiencing right now. So I'm going to give you a couple of examples that could be for my own business. So the business owners that I want to target, you're getting leads, but they can't afford your services, or your ads work great one week, but then they die the next, or you've been burned by other agencies before. These are kind of angles or pain points that different people will respond to. And I'm going to test out which one of these works the best to attract the person that I want to attract and the ones that bring me the most amount of leads. The goal is to make the viewer think that this person knows exactly what I'm going through. So a simple ad structure for you could be the hook with the specific problem that they're experiencing right now, your solution and how you fix it, whether that's a three-step process. A three-step process always works great. Show some sort of proof visually or with a testimonial, and then guide them in terms of next steps, whether that's filling something out, whether that's giving you a call, whether that's sending you a DM or going to a landing page that you've created. So how do you find these qualified leads for your ads then? The first method is you want to use a lookalike audience. You can upload a list of your best customers to Facebook and tell it to basically find people similar to that. This works really well if you already have a large list of over 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, because it needs a ton of data for it to accurately find you the right people. What you can also try is you can use interest stacking or interest targeting. This is where you basically stack a bunch of interests that your client probably has. Let's say you own some sort of accounting business and you want to reach businesses that are in HVAC, plumbing, contractors. What you can do and what I have done is add all of those interests that those type of people have. So HVAC, plumbing, construction, contractors, add all of those interests. And with that, Facebook will have a guide in terms of what kind of people you want to target. Now, the final method, and this works amazing, is to just let Facebook decide. Facebook's AI has just gotten extremely good so far, so you can just tell Facebook, hey, here's my ad, find the best people for that. This is what I personally do, and this is what I do with a lot of my clients. We typically do interest stacking and letting Facebook decide and test out which one works better. I know for me, letting Facebook decide works really well, but for some businesses that I've worked with, the interest targeting works really well. These are some sort of examples of what that looks like. So this is kind of the interest stacking, and then this is what it looks like when you're letting Facebook decide who to reach out to. The secret with this is that you want to make sure that your videos, that the video you have as your ad is really, really, really good. Because at the end of the day, that's what Facebook uses to match the people with your ad. So the better the video is and the more accurate you are in actually calling out who you want to target, the better Facebook's AI will be in matching those two together. So now I'm going to go over this ad to kind of explain why this worked really well. And this is an ad that we made that was their best performing ad for the entire nation.
Men over 40, when's the last time that you had a health checkup? Think of it like maintaining your car. If you don't get regular checkups, things start breaking down. I've seen it firsthand. My husband struggled with low energy and fatigue, which inspired me to open a Game Day Men's Health. We offer free testosterone tests. It's quick, easy, and could change your life. Get tested today. Click below to schedule your free testosterone test.
Cool. So there's a ton of really great things in that ad. First, there was a clear and quick call out. Men over 40. Super clear who we're trying to target. There was a clear visual hook as well. You could tell in the title in the first 3 seconds, you could see clearly that it said men over 40. It was easy to understand. So we made sure that whenever we make ads, we always dumb it down to a 5th grade reading level. We want to make all these concepts extremely easy for someone to understand. The one thing that a lot of people don't realize is the kind of mindset that people are in when they're scrolling social media. They're almost half asleep. So when people are on social media scrolling, their brain is not working at 100%. They're not fully focused. And so the way that you can get their attention is by using really simple words that are very easy to understand. The next thing we did really well is that it's a founder-led story. The actual owner, which is Connie, is the one in the video. The next thing, and it's probably the most important out of everything, is that there was a great offer. So as of right now, there are not many men's health clinics that are offering free testosterone tests. And this is an offer that they already had, which is working well for them in their other marketing ventures. And so that's why it worked really well for us in ads. Finally, the ad had a clear CTA, so click down below to schedule your free 15-minute consultation. And the entire ad was less than 30 seconds long. All of this adds up to being an amazing ad that ended up making them a ton of money. So if you have any questions about any of this, or you want access to this document, go ahead, give me a comment in this YouTube video, or shoot me a DM on Instagram. It'll be the first link in the description. And yeah, if you're interested in any of this, have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. Thanks.